Early in my career here in New Orleans, well, in 1968, I walked up the World Trade Center when it was just the structure and took some pictures of what I saw. And this picture in particular is most meaningful. This is Poydras Street when it was being built.
Mr. Cannizzaro was an early real estate developer and had great imagination.
My first impression was there's a need here. And so where do you carry that and what do you do? Now, let me say that Moon caused several things to happen that helped make it possible.
The times were changing. What used to be an extremely active shopping center, Canal Street, was no longer the dominant shopping center that it once was. And I went to the business community and said, look, you would agree to tax yourselves if you could spend that money on yourself rather than feel that it was being taxed on you and spent somewhere else. And the general understanding was, yes, I think we could do that. So I think we jointly developed this idea of creating the downtown district. And lo and behold, it has proved very fruitful.
I had a keen interest in real estate. I had a keen interest in my community. I wanted to do something to help the community. The project that I have deep in my heart is Canal Place. That was something that couldn't be, and that's an interesting story. And that's one of the most complex projects in downtown New Orleans. We went below sea level to build the foundation for it. The First Bank Center is, the result of all of my lessons from others that I hope and think and believe is the nicest, best built building in the downtown area.
400 block of South Rampart. The history of that block, it didn't get torn down. And then in the middle of the block is the Iroquois Theater, which huge amount of musicians played in, including Louis Armstrong played there. And we didn't know exactly what to do, and it was open. So I went around a large box of screws and a bunch of plywood, and I went and boarded up all four of those buildings several times. And then this is when we were trying to save the Orpheum. That was a real long battle. That was a 2.5-year battle. And we finally won. And this is after our first show at the Sanger. And we ended up being very big activists for theaters generally. So we did a series of organ concerts there. We did all sorts of things to spruce them off and made it so that the clouds worked and the stars worked. And so I got to see that. That got the Sanger going.
And you think of this downtown business community, it's not one person. It's not Moan Landry or Joe Cannizzaro or any one other person. It's a group. Nobody does it by themselves. You have to be in concert with other people. That's the best advice I can give anybody.